Hey everyone, if you're into stargazing or just want a solid telescope that won't break the bank, you might be wondering if this professional astronomical telescope is actually worth your time. I picked one up recently, and after a few nights under the stars, I've got some real thoughts to share. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, the build quality feels solid for the price. The 90mm aperture and 1250mm focal length give you some really crisp views of the moon and planets. I was able to see Jupiter's bands and Saturn's rings pretty clearly, which was a nice surprise for a beginner-friendly scope like this. The included MA9.7mm and MA26mm eyepieces cover a good range, one for closer looks at planets and another for wider views of star clusters. The red dot finder also makes it way easier to zero in on objects without fumbling around in the dark. One thing that really stands out is how easy it is to set up. The tool-free design means you can have this thing assembled in under 10 minutes, even if you've never touched a telescope before. The adjustable tripod is sturdy enough for basic use, and you can tweak the height to get comfortable while observing. I've used pricier scopes that take forever to align, so this was a refreshing change. Now, this isn't just for astronomy, it doubles as a decent spotting scope for birdwatching or checking out wildlife during the day. The 90mm aperture gathers enough light to make distant objects visible, though don't expect binocular-level clarity. It's more of a good enough option if you want one scope for multiple hobbies. The automatic star search feature is a nice bonus. Once you calibrate it, the scope can locate objects for you, which is great if you're still learning the night sky. That said, it's not perfect, sometimes it misses faint objects, and you'll still need to do a little manual tweaking. But for the price, it's a solid hands-off way to start exploring. On the downside, the mount is a bit wobbly if you bump it, so you'll want to handle it carefully. Also, the included eyepieces are decent but not high-end, so if you get serious about astronomy, you might want to upgrade later. But for casual use, they do the job. Overall, this telescope is a great entry point if you're dipping your toes into astronomy or just want a versatile scope for multiple uses. It's not going to replace a high-end rig, but it delivers way more than you'd expect for the price. So, if you're on the fence about this one, I'd say give it a shot, especially if you're a beginner. Links below if you want to grab one, and happy stargazing! For most buyers, the real question is not whether Professional Astronomical Telescope Deep Space Stargazing High-Definition Automatic Star Search sounds impressive on paper, but whether strengths like high magnification, 1250mm f/13.8, focal length and 90mm and high-quality optical components, MA9.7mm and MA26mm eyepieces, actually make daily use feel easier, more dependable, and more worthwhile after the first few days of excitement wear off. What stands out about Professional Astronomical Telescope Deep Space Stargazing High-Definition Automatic Star Search is how it seems positioned for buyers who want something practical, easy to understand, and worthwhile beyond the first impression. That usually matters more than flashy marketing because long-term satisfaction comes from how well the product fits your actual routine, priorities, and expectations once you start using it regularly. In real use, details like high magnification, 1250mm f/13.8, focal length and 90mm aperture, full surfac, high-quality optical components, MA9.7mm and MA26mm eyepieces, plus red dot find, tool-free installation, even a novice can quickly and easily install the telescope are often the points that shape whether a product feels convenient, dependable, and worth the money after the excitement of opening the box wears off. It is also smart to think about long-term satisfaction. A product like Professional Astronomical Telescope Deep Space Stargazing High-Definition Automatic Star Search usually feels like the better buy when it stays convenient, comfortable, and reliable in normal everyday use instead of only looking good in the listing.